Oh, not you talk to your RA. Cause what? Hey y'all, it's your girl Kaja Morshay, and I'm back with another video. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm figuring it out. Today's gonna be another story time. Yay! We love story times. We love story times. I actually think I'm gonna do one story time each week. Since I post 2 times a week, I'm gonna do one of those days be story time day. So this will be story time day. Are you ready for what story time is gonna be? It's gonna be the time he cheated on me with his RA. Oh. My heart. Buckle up. Of course, this happened while I was in college. I was in my senior year. Yes, I was in my senior year of college. Yay. Okay, y'all, so it started fall semester, okay? So it was after my birthday. I remember that exactly because his birthday is the week after mine. So we were in class and it was like one of our major classes, like for our actual major. And I never really noticed him because like I didn't know him, like whatever. We ended up like having to do a project together. So it was like some project about Tupac versus Biggie, like I don't know, it was something along those lines. So it was 2 other girls that were supposed to be in our group with us. They never showed up. So it was like we had a group meet. They wasn't texting back. They wasn't responding. They didn't even come to class. So I'm trying to figure out like how was this group chat like this group project was going to go. So it was like the night before it was due. We both like met up in the class. She gave us like time in the class. Our professor gave us time in the class to like work on it. So he was like, shoot, like let's go to the library like right now, like after this class, and we'd just like really like rough this joint out. So I'm like, all right, cool, like bet we could do that. So we go to the library, y'all. We are in there for hours, like hours locked in. I didn't even drive over to where the library was at, like where our class was at was all the way across campus. I had walked to the library because I was assuming we were going to be like in and out. I didn't think we was going to be there all night. I didn't know that. So we in there and we in there for hours. Like I said, we locking in, we doing the work, we gets the project done nonetheless. So during the time we're getting the work done, no shade, we was flirting with each other. I ain't gonna lie, we was flirting with each other. And I'm like, you know what, he cool, you know what I'm saying, he cute, he cool, you know what I'm saying, like, all right, let me see, little Kaja don't shoot her shot, but I kind of, I ain't even shoot my shot, I just threw hints, you know what I'm saying, that's what I do, I throw hints, you know what I'm saying. So we was throwing hints, whatever, like that. His friends had called him and something, and then we all started like engaging in a conversation about dumb stuff. Like it was just, I don't know what it was about. After a while, we left the library. At this point, it's probably like 8-9 o'clock. We had that class at like 1 o'clock or something, and we've been in the library ever since then. So he was like, oh, let me drive you to your car. Like, I know you parked all the way back on the other side of campus and it's dark. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really be on that side of campus where our class was, where my car would be. So, you know what I'm saying? He was just being nice and he drove me to my car. So I did notice like he had a car seat in his car. So, but he also like when he presented the class, it reminded me like, oh yeah, he does have a daughter. At the time, his daughter was like some months old, like just a couple months old. So whatever. So he dropped me off to my car, and then like from there, no shade, we started texting. Like we just started texting, getting to know each other. Then we started like hopping on FaceTime. Like it was getting a little serious. It was getting a little serious, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, let me see what this hitting on. Let me see something. So also during this time, I was commuting. So I did not live on campus. I was commuting from my sister's house and sometimes from my house in DC. So it was either like I was driving 30 minutes to school or I was driving like a whole hour to school. So I got to her house. We was on FaceTime. Like this is like just in the span of 1 week. We started FaceTiming, we started texting a lot, stuff like that. Y'all, I told y'all my birthday was the week before. His birthday was this week that we like locked in and started talking and stuff like that. So that Friday, I remember this vividly, we planned to go on a date. We was like, okay, after class, like we could slide to like a little mini date. I know I had like modeling practice and stuff like that, or like some type of bonding event with the modeling team or something like that. So I had to kill time before that. So we was like, okay, let's go on a little date. We both said we like going thrifting. So we went to the little local thrift store. We in there. I didn't buy anything. He bought stuff. I couldn't find anything that I wanted or whatever. So that was like our little date. It was cool. Like, we rode together. I believe I drove. Yeah, it was cool. So he went home every weekend because, you know, he has a kid. So he was like, you know, I'm gonna go home on the weekends, like, to be my kid since I'm here all week. So I knew it was his birthday, so I'm like, okay, like, you know, enjoy yourself. I know you're gonna be out having fun, like, you know, it's your birthday, whatever. Y'all, we was doing good. But when he was at home, he was barely, like, we was barely on FaceTime and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, I love you not. I texted him happy birthday. He said thank you. His birthday was that Sunday. Mind you, we went on a date on Friday. His birthday was that Sunday. I texted him happy birthday. He was like, oh, thank you, this, that, and the third. So I'm texting him like, oh, yeah, like, what you doing? Like, I'm trying to FaceTime him. He not really answering. Like, and I'm not trying to make it seem like I was geeking or nothing like that, because I wasn't. Like, I don't want y'all to get that impression that I was, like, blowing his phone up or nothing like that. I just, like, FaceTimed him and he didn't answer. So we was texting. I was like, oh, yeah, like, what you doing? Like, how your birthday going? Whatever like that. Y'all, he didn't text back for a long minute, right? But I paid it. I was, like, going on by my day. Y'all, a lot of you not. I get a long text message. I get a long paragraph. I'm like, oh, Lord. His baby mother. Pretending to be him, texting me, talking about oh, I'm in a faithful relationship now. I can't talk to you. And just like a whole bunch of nothing in a paragraph. Like, I mean, basically just saying like they got back together, they're focusing on their family, all this stuff like that. So I wasn't even being petty. Y'all, a lot of you not. I'm not even being petty. I said, okay, well, I hope it works out for y'all. That's all I said. That's all I said. I promise you. And it only gets like, it goes up from there. So after that, like, I kind of knew how to play it because if you watch my last story time, I also said this was like a reason why I was also getting out of my situation. The same situationship at that the same situationship, it's just up and down, up and down, up and down. So it was kind of down at the moment, so I needed something to be up. You get what I'm saying? You picking up the pieces, you know. So yeah, so I was like, you know what, Kate, pay it, because I knew like I couldn't be in the same space that I just got out of. So I was just like, oh, all right, like I'm cool. Like, I'm not, first of all, I don't do the cheating. So I already knew like I wasn't going to entertain you no more, because if you in a relationship, you are in a relationship. I'm not doing it, because I wouldn't like it if somebody did that to me. So, you know what I'm saying? So I respected it. But y'all, a lot of you not, later on that night, I'm talking about like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, he's blowing up my phone. I was confused. I was lost. I didn't understand. I don't understand. You just texted me and said you got a whole girl. What are you texting me for now? Blowing up my phone, calling me. What's up? Hello? What's going on? What you need? I'm just ignoring him. He like, hey, just talk to me. Like, can you talk to me? Like, let's talk, this, that, and the third. I'm ignoring him. Like, if it's not about this group project, because we still have to present. So I'm like, but we had to present the next day, literally the next day. So I'm really like, if it's not about the project, like, I don't want to hear it. Like, that's it. Like, I don't got no beef with you, but like, it's nothing to talk about. So the next day come along, I just continue to ignore him. The next day came along and, next day came along and it was time to present in class. Y'all, he did not show up to class. He did not show up. But get this, guess who did show up? The 2 girls that did not help do nothing in the project. They showed up to present. And they had a nerve to get up there and read the slides. Like, they really like. I was like, ain't this... So the project was completed, and I honestly don't even know what he got on the grade because he didn't present with us. So I don't actually know like what he got on the project or whatever. But after that, like, I was just paying him. Like, I was just paying him. Like, I didn't want to talk, nothing. So like, we got to class, like, we'd get to class, stuff like that. Like, we'd make eye contact with each other, did not like look away, sit down, like, you know, like, we just passed by each other, like, not say nothing. So it was this one time I had, like, I was dolled up. I was feeling cute, looking cute. So I had ended up, like, just posting on my Instagram. Like, I was just posting, like, on my story. And he slid up and was, like, put the heart eyes or something like that. And this was, like, weeks later. So I was like, let me not be rude and say thank you. So I said thank you. And then he was like, you're welcome. Can we talk later? So I'm like... I guess. So we ended up on the phone. I'm being dry, of course. Of course. I'm being dry because, like, what, like, I don't understand, like, why you want to have a conversation with me so bad if you're in a relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? He ended up telling me that they ended up breaking up. So the rekindle didn't even last that long. So I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm still like, I didn't like how you went about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have just told me from jump. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know, me and my baby mother still got, like, a ongoing thing. Like, so, like, that was weird. He was like, but, like, I promise you, I didn't even text you. Like, that was her. Like, she was going through my phone. She seen your name. Like, so she sent that message. And then when you was like, what I say, y'all? I was like, oh, I hope everything works out. Shawty was mad because she thought I was getting smart. Babes, I'm being real. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't wishing no ill on y'all. I wasn't. I really wasn't. So he's like, can we try again? Like, talk again? Like, you know, like, we could be cool. Like, let's try again. So I'm like, player activated. Hey, no shade, y'all. I'm like, I'm about to work on. No shade, because I'm like, he got a dorm on campus. He got meal swipes, y'all. I told y'all, I commute. I don't got no meal swipes. I be hungry. I'm like, yeah, like, okay, we could be cool. We can, you got work to do, brother. Like, I used to be like, oh, I'm at practice. I'm thirsty. I don't got nothing to drink. I'm hungry. Used to get like me quesadillas from the canteen, Gatorades, chips, juice, anything I wanted. He had them them college food stamps. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Then he had a dorm, y'all. I used to go over there and take naps. I told y'all, I'm 30 minutes to an hour away from home. Like, of course I have times during the day where I'm just tired. I need a nap. Going over there and taking a nap. What's going on? Like, nothing. Like, I was living. I ain't gonna lie. I was living. So that was going on for some time. But we actually built a bond. Like, he was cool peoples. At that time, I did not see him, like, in no, like, relationship, sexual way, nothing like that. Like, I literally just was like, no, this the homie type time. But I think in his eyes, like, we were talking. But in my eyes, I'm like, this bro. No shade. Like, because I just feel like I had to protect myself. So, because it was just like, you just did that weird stuff with your baby mother, like, to me. I got to protect myself. I got to guard myself. So, like, you cool peoples, but, you know what I'm saying? It's still, you know? So, like, when I tell y'all it was like a really platonic relationship. Like, it really was. Like, most we ever did was cuddle for real. Like, it wasn't even like, you know what I'm saying? So, one time, okay, so my friend, she has a friend who's an RA in those same, like, dorms. It was like the upperclassmen dorms, but the upperclassmen dorms that he lived in. So, like, when I was around my friend, sometimes we would be around her friend that was the RA. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be in her dorm, and I realized, oh, like, you in the next building or whatever from him. But, like, she didn't know. Like, I wouldn't tell her that, whatever. So, this is where it kind of gets a little crazy. It was one day, y'all, that I was in his dorm chilling. Like, I'm chilling. I'm doing homework. We both was doing homework. But I'm like, the way I look in his dorm, it definitely gave like we go together or something. Like, I was chilled in the mug in his dorm. Like, y'all had my shoes off, my socks on, feet on the couch, blanket, like, got my computer. Like, I'm in there. Like, I'm in there. Like, you would have thought like I was his girl for real or something. So a knock come at the door. All right. I'm like, oh, I get nervous. I'm not thinking it's gonna be her at the door. I'm thinking, oh, they're not supposed to have company. But then I thought about it. I'm like, well, this is upperclassmen dorms. They don't do visitation and stuff like that. Like, it don't matter. So we're gonna call her Casey. So Casey knocks on the door. RA. He opened the door. First thing she says, Kaja, what are you doing here? I'm like, I don't know. So I'm like, just chilling. Like, I'm just chilling. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my homework, just chilling. She like, like, just keep making marks like that. Just, She do her little check or whatever like that. And then she like, okay, I'll see you later, whatever. So I'm like, okay, bye. So I'm telling him, I'm putting him on the game. Like, yeah, that's my friend's friend. And like, you know, we see each other, we hang out with like each other sometimes, like when we around our other friend and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's so funny that that's your RA, whatever. So we was laughing about that. This is right before winter break. So literally, yeah, that was actually the last week before, like, it was like during finals time. So like that next week we was gone for winter break, and we were FaceTiming, like stuff like that. We were FaceTiming, texting. It was different vibes from the first time he went home for his birthday. Like, he wasn't switching up on me or whatever. So y'all, we gets back from winter break. Now we're in the spring semester. So we have like an organization fun fair every semester, so that when people can like know what organizations on campus and which ones they want to join, that's your time to like ask questions, stuff like that. So I was holding down 2 tables because I was the president of one organization, and then I was the manager of the other organization. So I had both of the tables, and I'm just like, oh, you want to know about this? Oh, well, let me tell you about this too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just switching it up. Okay, he comes to the fun fair. My jaw, what's I name her? Casey. Casey is right there at the table with my friend, because she's also in one of the organizations with me. So we like working the table together too. So we sitting right there, we talking. Y'all, do you know he came in there and we texting? He came in there, he saw me, and he literally avoided me. Like, he avoided coming right there. And I'm like, I'm confused. So let's take a pause. Before, or it must have been like before we left, like all the way for a break, we ended up at Casey's dorm, me, her, and my friend. And we were just talking, stuff like that. And she was like, oh, well, Kaja, do you talk to him? Like, do you talk to him? And I'm like, oh, like, we just cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was like, I know y'all go together. Like, I know y'all talk. I'm like, bro, we just chilling. Like, we just cool for real. Like, we just cool. She like, nah, I know y'all talk. I know y'all go together. I know y'all talk. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. So let's go back. Fast forward. Back to the fun fair. So I'm standing right there. I see him avoiding me and stuff. So then she like, okay, can I talk to you for a second? So I'm like, okay. She pulls me to the side and she's like, you don't talk to him, right? You coming to me as a woman? Are you coming to me as a woman right now? Are you? You dead serious right now? Okay. So I'm like, yeah, no, we don't talk. Like, she's like, okay, good. Like, cause you know, me and him, like, we just started texting. Not my lordship. Excuse me? You just started doing what? Y'all doing what? Y'all been doing what? What? How that happen? So I ain't gonna lie, I was being a little hater, cause what? That is my little shit. Like, what you talking about? Like, I know I said we don't talk, but we talk. Like, but it's not your business that we talk. Like, but my thing is, you was just so convinced that we were talking. Why would you go hop on that? Like, huh? Like, I was confused. Like, that was weird to me. I didn't get it. So I'm like, yeah, we don't talk. But I'm like low-key saying everything in the book to make her feel like, oh yeah, I shouldn't mess with him. Like, I'm like, yeah, you know, he got a baby, like 6 months. So, you know, how him and the baby mother could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, she got to texting me crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying little stuff, like, just because what? Like, that's weird. Like, that's weird. Like, why would you do that? So then, me being messy, of course, I text him while we were all still in the same room. Why wouldn't I? Oh, not you talk to your RA. Cause what? Not you talk with your what? He like, LOL, what are you talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. I said, she just pulled me to the side, came to me as a woman. What you mean? What you mean? Not you talk to your RA. He like, bruh, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. So he ended up telling me how it started. And he's like, yeah, I had asked her questions, something dealing with like dorms or something like that. And she was like, oh, I'm gonna get back to you once I get the answer to that. I'm gonna get back to you, this, that, and the third. So then it became a thing. He said something like, oh, he texted her the next morning. After the situation was handled or whatever, he texted her the next morning, was just like, good morning. I hope you have a good day or whatever like that. And he was like, but I was just doing it to be nice. Like, I didn't want to like actually talk to her, nothing like that. I was just being nice since she helped me or whatever like that. And I know like being an RA is a lot. So I was just like wishing her like a good day, and she took it like to keep pushing the convo. And I'm like, but you entertained it. Like, how was you cool? I'm confused. So he tells me, basically told me that's how it started. Like, that's how it happened. And they just been texting her since, stuff like that. So I'm like, okay. Like, I'm just like, okay. Cause like, y'all, like, I've been told y'all, like, since the baby mother situation happened, I was moving on some, like, I'm not gonna take this boy seriously because, like, I feel like he gonna, like, play with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I was keeping it P. Like, I wasn't tripping for real. I just thought the situation was weird all around because, like, it was people trying to get at her. Like, I talked to my friend, and she was, like, we was discussing the situation. She also was like, yeah, I don't know why she did that. Like, that was kind of weird because, like, it was people trying to get at her. Like, her tenants, like, whatever, what do you call it? Like, yeah, I guess her tenants, like, I guess, whatever. She's an RA, whatever. Other people be trying to get at her. But it's like, you see me in his dorm. After you seen that, you wanted him out of all the people that be talking to you. You had to go for him. And then I'm looking at him weird because I'm like, you seen that we knew each other. You seen that we knew each other, and you proceeded to talk to this girl. Am I tweaking? Let me know. Let me know if I'm tweaking or if I'm making sense. I feel like I'm making sense. Am I making sense? Because it makes sense to me. So over the next few months, like, it goes, I'm not even gonna say months, it was like weeks turning into months. Like, I don't know how long it went on, but it started going on, like, y'all, it was like every time I was around her, she bringing up him, like, oh, I saw your friend, I was just talking to your friend. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking to him because, like, yeah, like, he's everything you said he was. Like, yeah, I don't like him like that, this, that, and the third. And I ain't gonna lie, I was being messy. She said she not messing with you no more. Da, 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 da. He showed me text messages of her saying the opposite of what she just told me. And then I'm just like, why y'all lying to me though? Like, why y'all lying to me? Like, I don't get it. It was just like, she was just proving, like, she was just trying to prove, like, that she don't mess with him, like she actually do. And he's like proving that she does mess with him, how she's not trying to portray. And he was like showing me, he was like, yeah, I just left her dorm. she got endless snacks. I said I was hungry. She was like, oh yeah, come over. I just made dinner. I got snacks for you. Like, he was like, yeah, I be loading up. No shade. He was doing what I was doing to him, to her. Like, that's what he was doing. Because, like, when it came to, like, us hanging out, like, I told y'all, it was platonic. Like, we flirt, we cuddle, stuff like that, but we weren't doing nothing. He was getting all that from her. So I was reaping the benefits of, like, just being around him, because he was still buying me, like, all the foods and stuff, like snacks, stuff, bringing it to my practice. Like, he was still doing all that for me. I can come over his dorm whenever, take a nap, do my homework, chill out, like anything. Like, I had that them benefits messing with him. She, on the other hand, did not. He had those benefits with her. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of just like a triangle. So he used to start getting mad at me because I'm telling him what she is saying. But he was thinking that I was bringing it up to her, being like, oh, so y'all talk for real, this, that, and the third. I lie to y'all not. It wasn't even like that. It was literally like, she was bringing him up to me. So every time she brings you up, I'm going to text you, because, like, I'm trying to figure out why both of y'all, like, trying to prove, like, how y'all don't mess with each other for real to me. Like, I don't get it. But I stopped talking to him for a while because it just gave, like, he was trying to have his cake and eat it too. Like, he was trying to, like, elevate our relationship in a way while also still doing whatever he was doing with her. And that just wasn't gonna work for Cage. No shade. Not gonna work. Nah. Then, y'all, months go by. I ain't gonna lie, like, I moved on. I started talking to other people, stuff like that. Like, I stopped talking to him, like, altogether. I don't remember when we started back, like, talking, but it was, like, closer to, like, the end of the year into, like, summer. We started back, like, having conversations and, like, stuff like that, how we used to, like. And she was still around, but it was, like, trickling out. How they ended, it was so funny, because, y'all, it was like during that summer too, like, karma is a bitch for real. Because, y'all, while I was around one of my other I'm gonna call her, like, she's like a friend, but, like, we was, like, in the same major, and we was, like, in an internship together over the summer after graduation. But it was just a really close friend of hers, and we used to, like, sit after, like, our internship stuff was over. We'd still sit there, like, for, like, some time. We was doing a short film together, so we'd sit there and, like, work on a script together, stuff like that. And he would always be on FaceTime, and, like, we would talk, but we never seen each other. So then, like, he ended up saying, like, let me see what she look like, let me see what she look like. So she showed him, like, my Instagram, and he like, why you ain't tell me I was talking to, like, fine shit this whole time, like, da-da-da-da. So then we ended up talking. Y'all, he kept saying his name and where he was from. Why was it Casey's ex-boyfriend? It's funny how the tables turned. We started talking. I ain't got no shame about it. You ain't care when it was my little shit. I don't care if it's your little shit. I don't care. It wasn't nothing serious though. Like, we never even, like, met in person or nothing like that. We were just on FaceTime, stuff like that. But I did recently see him at homecoming, like, for the first time in person, like, or whatever. Anyway, nonetheless, that's not against the point. I mean, that's not the point. Y'all, so I finally, like, started back talking to him, the original guy. And we were just, like, catching up, stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, yeah, like, you still, like, whatever. And he like, bro, I hate when you bring her up. Like, why you always got to bring her up? And I'm like, I'm not even. He was thinking, like, I was bringing her up to be petty. I was in certain cases, but, like, I wasn't bringing her up all the time. Like, only time I bring her up was because she was saying something to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but that time I really did bring her up because I was just curious. Like, oh, like, y'all still talk, whatever. He like, yeah, I talk to her, like, every now and then, like, take time, but no, we don't really talk for real. Y'all, eventually she cut him off for talking to one of her friends, real close friends. I'm like, well, that'll do it. I don't know, y'all. But yeah, they stopped talking, and me and him to this day, we still cool. You know what I'm saying? So we still cool, but yeah, nonetheless, that was the story time, y'all. And I know y'all probably thinking like, girl, he didn't even cheat on you because y'all wasn't together. I might be a little delusional, but that was still my little shit. I don't care. I don't care what y'all was talking about. I don't care. Like, I said what I said. Anyway, that's my story time, y'all. Let me know if you liked it. Like, comment, subscribe. See y'all next video. Your girl Cage Morshay is out.